Welcome to the Week 8 college football pregame show, and I'm Mr. Mini Hats. You did pretty good last week. 9-4 overall last week. 8-5 on the second half bets. 5-1 on the strong bets. Well, was it? 5-1 on the strong bets. So that brings the yearly totals. Yearly record pregame is 37-27-1 for 56.06%. Second half 29-17 for 63.04%. Overall, that brings the combined record to 66-46-1 for 58.93%. Outstanding for the first 113 sample size. Let's keep that going, and those are outstanding numbers. And the strong plays are 27-19-1 for 58.7%. So the strong plays are 58.7%, and the overall record is 58.93%. So actually, for me, I would like that number to flip-flop. I would like the strong plays to be hitting at a higher clip than the overall plays, but they're right about the same. They're right neck and neck. So that means then all the plays are strong. I mean, I can take it like that. So, but the numbers are good. So let's keep it up. So to recap, last week. Like I said, we went 9-4 last week. The first game was we had Jacksonville State over 31 first half. That was that Thursday game. I forgot who they played. Anyway, they had 33 to whatever it was in the first half. They got the total by themselves. They ended up with 54. They damn near got the whole game by themselves. And I knew Jacksonville State, they were really opening up the playbook. So that's why we took the over and we won. Maryland over 46.5, landed on 47. They played Northwestern. They got dusted off 37-10 at home. Landed right on 47. We had over 46.5. UNLV over 65.5 against Utah State. That was pretty easy. Forgot whatever the hell they had, 80 points or whatever they had in that game. Arizona plus 6.5. Everybody was talking about Cam Rising and whether he gonna play or not, and he did play, and he was hobbled. He did play, but there was another Cam on the other side I told you about, Cam Scatterboo for Arizona State, and I told you he was gonna show out, and the NFL scouts were there, and he's gonna show out, and that's exactly what he did. So it was Scatterboo night. It was that Cam. They beat them, and they won the game outright. Ball State over 59.5 versus Kent State. Two late scores got the over for us there. We were sitting on 58 for a minute, and then two scores. So we won that one. Pittsburgh -3 in the game. They win by 2, and they were up, and they let Cal score late. They did not score in the second half, Pittsburgh, so they were even lucky to win that game. So to not even score a field goal or nothing in the second half, you're lucky to win that game. So they just completely melt down in the second half, and they didn't cover. But we had them on the money line ticket, and they won. This is a real funny game. Illinois -10 first half, got steamed all the way up to 13. Either that steamed it, or the new QB for Purdue, with Purdue quarterback change. I mean, did that make the line move? It could have. They're sorry either way. So they covered the first half of Illinois and just completely melted down, up 23 in the third quarter, and to almost lose that game. And like I said, we had that on the money line ticket. That would have been pretty sick to lose a ticket like that against a team like that. And that's what happens. That just shows you, to tell you right there that, teams fall asleep, and it's just hard to to keep guys interested when you're up a lot. So that had a lot to do with coaching, and that kind of stuff should never happen in the game. But it happened, and I give them credit for coming back, and they made some big third downs. And when he threw that ball up there, what was that, 25-yard catch to put them in range and field goal range, that was huge. So I give him credit for that. But it shouldn't have been that close. We had Oklahoma plus 14 against Texas, and we lost. And pretty self-explanatory, and they kept it close early. I mean, it was 3-0 for a long time, and then what was it, 10-3? And I'm kind of like, yeah, we're getting 14 if we just stay even with them from here on out. But they couldn't do anything. Vanderbilt, this was a bad spot, I said, for them, plus 13.5. And what do? They go and beat Kentucky and get another money line win. Back-to-back weeks. You got to respect that. Teams going out and getting money back-to-back like that. You don't see that a lot in any sport. And they were disrespected again the next week, and they came back and beat Kentucky and beat them outright. Colorado plus 4.5. Travis Hunter went down to 3.5. Travis Hunter got hurt in the first half. And they still fought, and they still only lost the game by 3, and they had a chance to win the game. And so that was pretty impressive. I was pretty impressed by that, to lose their number one guy like that and still be able to hang in there and show up and get the money for us. Boise State minus 12 first half. We lost that. We could have easily won that. They were up 13-0 with like 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Hawaii just threw a bomb, or I forgot. They got a big play that ended up them scoring. They shouldn't have scored at all in the first half, the way they were playing. And, we could have won that, but we didn't. And that's really Boise's fault. They should have way more than 13 points at halftime. They played down to the competition. So we lost. Louisiana Monroe, the last game we had minus 6.5. They dusted off Southern Miss pretty easily. So we got that. And we needed that. All this damn dust under here. Yeah, we got that, and we needed that. So 9-4 last week, like I said. And I read you the totals, and I post the totals. And everything can be verified on 3 different platforms, what I'm posting here, so there's no questions about any of the numbers that I'm speaking about. So let's move on to this week. All of these are strong plays, and then we'll go on to the normal plays. So the first play is Miami over 61 playing Louisville. It's going to be a track meet, and that's the only shot Louisville has to beat Miami. And Miami's going to force tempo anyway. They're going to force them to play fast. There should be a lot of points in this game. So Miami over 61. That's a strong game, a strong play. Next play is UCLA Rutgers under 20.5 first half. The total for the whole game is 40.5. First half total should be 20.5, and it's gonna be a grind. Rutgers got good defense. UCLA, they're in transition. They can't score, and it's gonna be one of those games. First half. So under 20.5 first half of Rutgers. Strong play. Next play is Army minus 15.5 against East Carolina. At Army, that's for the whole game. Army minus 9 for the first half. And those are both strong plays, and they're going to beat East Carolina, and they're going to beat them good. And I should have had Army last week, and, I let a couple guys talk me off kind of. Army they play too slow to cover a 27-point spread, and I knew they were going to cover that. I kind of let a couple of people talk me off of that. So we're going to take Army this week. Connecticut over 57.5. This is a strong play. They're playing Wake Forest. It's going to be a lot of points in that game. Michigan -3, playing Illinois. They're on the road. We got Michigan. Especially, we just talked about Illinois, that meltdown that they had last week against Purdue. And that's going to have some carryover. We got Michigan, okay? And this is a good spot for Michigan to go on the road and get a win that they need. And it's a good spot for Michigan to go out and get a win. Kansas over 47. They're playing Houston. This is a strong play. I like what Houston did against TCU. They went to the backup. Then they went back to the other guy that was in there before, the quarterback, and they kind of opened things up a little bit. And Kansas, they're going to score. And Houston, they should have enough to get this 47. So Kansas over 47. Colorado +3, even money, playing on the road against Arizona. Just got news today that Travis Hunter he's expected to play, so that's good news. And I like them anyway, even without him. The way Arizona, they've been playing, they're a little bit overrated down there. They got Fafita and I know the receiver T-Mac, and he could be the best receiver in the country, one of the best, but they're underperforming, and I like what Coach Prime is doing right now. So we got Colorado +3. Next game is this is the highest total of the year. Utah State 78.5. We're taking that over. Playing New Mexico, should be plenty of points. Utah State's at home, I believe, and even if they're not at home, it doesn't matter. But that helps a lot that they're at home. They're gonna score, and New Mexico gonna score, and they don't play defense. And it might be 90, 100 points in this game. So we like that over. Strong play, 78.5, Utah State. UNLV over 61.5, playing Oregon State. They're going to score anyway. They're on the road. Oregon State's going to score, okay? And it's going to be enough to get this total to go over. So let me see if did I get all the strong plays. Yes, I did. So those are all the strong plays. These are just normal plays. Florida State Duke under 21.5 first half. Should be a piglet fight. I don't know if they're going to go back to DJU, Florida State, or they're going to stick with the other guy. But Duke plays some good defense, so they look for both teams to heavy dose of the ground game. First half. Northwestern over 41, playing Wisconsin at home. I like what Northwestern been doing the last couple of games. I told you, I tweeted about this, about them opening up the offense. They're at home playing Wisconsin, so they're going to be up for this game. So Wisconsin should have enough to score to get to 41, and they should have enough. And we like Northwestern +7 points, too. Sprinkle something on the money line, something small for them to go out and beat Wisconsin at home, getting 7. Like I said, I like what they're doing right now in Northwestern, opening up the playbook and everything like that. Arizona State +4 playing Cincinnati. Cam Scatty-Boo and the crew, hopefully they can carry some of that momentum on the road and stay within a field goal against Cincinnati. West Virginia, that Avery Johnson, man, he's got some swag. I like it. I saw that game when he scored last week and he did the little Dion, the two-step or whatever the hell that is he does, that dance, the touchdown dance that Dion used to do. He did that. I like that. Little. He's got some swag, and he's a dual threat, and they're going to go on the road and beat West Virginia. Purdue, Oregon over 60.5. Purdue went to that backup, and it worked out for them. They start putting some points up, and some guys, they start moving the ball. And so they're at home, and Oregon's going to put up some points anyway. Oregon might drop 40 on them anyway, and they can get the rest. They can get 3 touchdowns. Next game is Alabama 3, -0.5 versus Tennessee. Big spot for Alabama. I don't like what I saw from Tennessee last week. And I do think they are overrated. And the quarterback is overrated. And they're not who we thought they were. And I don't trust Josh Heupel in this spot right here. So I like Alabama to get the win. 2.5 was better. I saw 2.5 early in the week. 2.5 -15, but I haven't seen any 2.5s anywhere. And good luck trying to get somebody to give you 2.5, let you buy that half a point at a fair price. You might have to lay 30, 40 cents or something like that. So there's no more 2.5. So I'm not going to give out something that doesn't exist. So we're going to take Alabama. That's why it's not a strong play. If it was 2.5, it was a strong play. But since it went to 3, I had to take it off of the shelf and just put it as a regular play. They should still win, though. Still get the cover. Buffalo +1.5. They started out +1. They +1.5. They just beat Toledo. Big win. I know that's got some hangover. Just beat Toledo last week, but I'm looking for them to carry over that hangover, and mainly because they don't have to travel and they're still at home. So that's big. When you don't have to travel after that, getting that big win, so you can you get a couple extra points for that. So I like Buffalo +1.5. Next game is Memphis, North Texas, over 66.5. North Texas, they never seen an over that they didn't like. And the only reason why this is not a strong play is because Memphis, they haven't been Memphis lately. They haven't been scoring like they usually score. And they scored under 30 points last couple games. But it just seems like every time North Texas play, they never seen an over that they didn't like, and they just find a way to get it. Whether they do it themselves or they give it up, or a combination of both. So I'm not gonna pass up on this one. A couple of times already this season, I was like, I was gonna bet that North Texas game over, but I kind of shied away. I'm not gonna let that happen again. So let's quickly recap. These are the strong plays. Miami over 61. UCLA under 20.5 first half. Army 15.5 for the game. Army -9 for the first half. Connecticut over 57.5. Michigan -3. Kansas over 47. Colorado +3, even money. So there's got to be some 3.5s out there. Utah State over 78.5, -0.5. UNLV over 61.5. Those are all strong plays. The regular plays are Florida State, Duke under 21.5 first half. Wisconsin over 41, -0.5. Northwestern +7, -0.5. Arizona State +4. Kansas State -3. Purdue over 60.5. Alabama -3, -0.5. Buffalo +1.5. And North Texas over 66.5. So there's your Week 8 college football plays. Let's keep up the good work. I said we're right at 58, just teetering right, just south of 59%, which is damn good, and it's all documented, which is most important. And I don't care. I got 2 views or 3 views or whatever I got on this YouTube thing. This is more about documentation more than anything. I don't care about the views. It's more about documentation. So there's your Week 8 college football plays. Good luck, everybody.